the haunted lake house, and the world's dumbest killer. It started with a group chat. Ethan had sent a voice note at 2:14 a.m. Guys, I found the perfect getaway spot. Lake house. Cheap. Private. Possibly haunted. 0 reviews. Jason replied immediately. If it has 0 reviews, that means nobody survived it, Chloe responded. Or it means nobody wanted to leave feedback because it's just a normal house, Mark said. Do they have a kitchen? I'm not dying hungry. Ethan ignored all logic. We are going. Content is content. The next day, they arrived at the lake house. It stood alone, surrounded by fog, dramatic trees, and suspicious silence that felt like budget filmmaking. Jason looked at it. This is how every horror movie starts, Chloe corrected him. Yes. And in every horror movie, someone says that line. Mark was already inside. Guys, there's free cereal here. That should have been the first warning sign. Inside, everything was too normal. Too clean. Too staged. Like someone Googled haunted house starter pack and stopped halfway. Even the creepy portrait on the wall looked like it was from a discount Halloween store. Ethan grinned. This is perfect. I'm going live. Jason grabbed his arm. Do not go live in a suspicious house. Why? Because that is how you get killed first. That sounds like a personal insecurity, Ethan replied, already streaming. That night, things began, but very slowly, almost lazily. At 9:03 p.m., a floorboard creaked. Everyone froze. Then Mark said, that was probably just the house stretching. At 9:10 p.m., the lights flickered. Jason screamed and fell off a chair. Chloe sighed. That's just bad wiring. At 9:22 p.m., a deep voice echoed through the hallway. I am going to kill you all. Everyone paused. Mark shouted back. Could you do it after I finish eating this sandwich? Silence. The voice responded. Okay. Meanwhile, outside the house, the killer was preparing. Sort of. A man in a black robe stood in the bushes holding a knife and a phone. He stared at the house. Okay, so I just go in and be scary. He checked a checklist on his phone. Killer Starter Guide, Step 1. Be mysterious, Step 2. Be intimidating, Step 3. Do not trip over own cape. He nodded. I can do this. He immediately tripped over his cape. Inside, Ethan was still streaming. Guys, I think I just heard the killer, Jason whispered. Why would you live stream this? For views, Chloe added. We are going to die for analytics, Mark shouted from the kitchen. Who finished the milk? Everyone paused. The house creaked again. The killer outside whispered dramatically. This is my moment. He kicked the door open. It swung open normally, not dramatically. Just like a polite door, he paused. Oh. Then he slowly walked inside. Very carefully. Trying to look scary, but mostly looking like someone late for a dentist appointment. He pointed the knife. I am Ghostface, and I will kill you all in a horrifying way. Jason squinted. Why do you sound unsure of that sentence? I am very sure, Ghostface said, immediately less sure. Chloe stepped forward. Before you do anything, can I ask a question? Yes, Ghostface said. What is your plan after killing us? Ghostface paused. I go viral? Ethan nodded. Okay, so you are basically also a content creator. Ghostface lit up. Yes. Exactly, Jason whispered. We are being hunted by an influencer. Ghostface tried to be scary again. He jumped out from behind a wall. Boo! Mark clapped slowly. That was actually more surprising than scary. Ghostface tried again. He hid behind a curtain and screamed, I am your doom! The curtain fell on him immediately. Silence, Chloe said. Are you okay? Ghostface replied from under the curtain. Yes. This is part of intimidation strategy, Jason whispered. He is improvising. Badly, Ethan added. Ghostface tried the phone call scare. He called the house phone. Ethan answered it. "Hello," Ghostface's deep voice. "I am watching you." Ethan looked around. "We are all in the same room." Ghostface paused. "I am spiritually watching you." Mark nodded. "That sounds exhausting." The killer decided to escalate. He turned off the lights, but only in one room, so everyone just moved to the brighter room. Ghostface followed them, slightly embarrassed. He tripped again. Everyone watched him fall. Chloe said, "This is not working for you." Ghostface stood up quickly. "I meant to do that," Jason replied. "That was not even scary timing." At this point, Ghostface removed his mask slightly to breathe. Underneath, he looked tired. "This is harder than expected," Ethan asked. "Have you killed anyone before?" Ghostface hesitated. "I once scared a raccoon." Mark nodded. "That explains your experience level." Suddenly, Ghostface got an idea. He tried to act like a supernatural entity. His voice echoed. "I am everywhere." Immediately, he bumped into a wall. "Ow!" Chloe folded her arms. "You are mostly in that wall," Ghostface corrected himself. "I am partially everywhere," Jason finally snapped. "Look, can we just be honest here?" Ghostface paused. "Honest? You are not good at this." Silence. Ghostface lowered his knife. "I know." Awkward silence filled the room. Even the house seemed disappointed. Ethan, still streaming, whispered, "This is going to ruin his career." Ghostface suddenly looked alarmed. "I have a career," Mark asked. "Do you get paid for this?" Ghostface nodded. "No." Long pause. Jason said, "That is not a career." Chloe made a suggestion. "What if you just stop trying to be scary?" Ghostface tilted his head. "Then what do I do?" Ethan said. "Have you considered therapy?" Ghostface gasped. "That is offensive to my brand." At that moment, the house itself started malfunctioning. Lights flickered. The creepy ambience soundtrack started skipping. Even the thunder outside sounded confused. System error. Horror. Level too low. Ghostface panicked. "Wait, what does that mean?" A robotic voice from the house responded. "If fear levels do not increase, killer character will be terminated." Ghostface screamed. "I did not read that part." Chloe sighed. "So the house is also rating you," Mark said. "This is like a performance review," Jason added. "And you are failing." Ghostface tried one final plan. He attempted his most terrifying scream. It came out as a weak whistle. Everyone stared, Ethan said. "That sounded like a broken kettle." Ghostface dropped to his knees. "I just wanted to be iconic." Chloe nodded. Wrong franchise. The house suddenly shut down the horror system completely. Lights turned on fully. Soft background music played. A notification appeared on the wall. "Thank you for visiting the lightly spooky Airbnb experience." Ghostface looked around. "Am I fired?" Jason replied. "Yes," Mark added, "and possibly replaced." Ghostface slowly walked out the door, tripped one last time, waved awkwardly. "Bye, guys. Please don't leave a bad review," Ethan shouted. "No promises." As they sat back inside the now completely normal lake house, Mark opened the fridge. "Guys, there's only cereal." Jason sighed. "That is the real horror." Chloe nodded. "Finally, something accurate?" Ethan looked at his phone. The live stream had gone viral. Title: "We got almost killed by the worst killer ever." He smiled. "Best content of my life." Outside, Ghostface was still practicing scary poses in the bushes. Still failing, still determined, and still extremely confused about what a jump scare timing window was.